Um, I got next to the floor to one side, just four to the side.
You want to look at one? Right. I know you want to work on I think that was easier with you.
Oh.
Make sure to do all four of them.
If you brought it, well, last time you want to link. Okay. You told me last time maybe I could have remembered better, but yeah.
Wait, what's the name?
What?
What?
Oh, I got it.
So, how much realistically would I
Oh, yeah, on that.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I thought
You're supposed to say
I don't actually know if that's right or not. Our shoe is really connected.
This, I looked at it.
What?
Oh, it's just.
Yeah.
Right here, down here.
She just certified that it was.
It would be this.
I was so lucky. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is the first day.
Oh, yeah.
We both been singers.
To simplify the problem.
No, I guarantee, I guarantee you're gonna just do separate.
To simplify. That's what I was.
I also had. Yeah, no, me neither. Mine was completely different.
Yep.
Places or whatever you call it. Because I also felt the first one. That was so bad.
No, that one just, I felt so bad. I don't know what it is about that unit, but it made me like it.
Oh, that was good.
I don't know how you even make it a question. I hate how they can't answer questions.
Yeah.
Like I know you can.
Very much. A very important job for you to do.
Pick up the Legos.
Thank you.
Uh,
What monster of a student comes on Legos house? Can you believe that? Fascinating. I really needed to find a piece. I found it. It was one of those bigger spinny black ones that spin like for the bigger objects, you know? I found
Okay,
it.
check your answers, the answers on the board.
Oh, maybe. What number is that?
Where?
Third one. What is that?
A 4.
Oh. Wow. It looks like a magnet almost.
It's really cool. You did number 2, right?
Yeah.
There's so many people gone today.
I know we do. I know this.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions on these? Because right here, the GPF was 4x.
Oh, sorry.
So you took out the 4x, and then it was left with an x here. Negative 12x divided by 4x is negative 13.
Oh.
Okay. Let's look at these two. Do you guys still want time to write this down?
Yes.
Okay.
You guys are with me.
Or at least the top two filled. I'm going to scoot it like this. So this is what we did last unit, right? And this is what we did last time. What would we do to solve number 2? Yes, we still want to get the x by itself. So we'll start by subtracting 24. What do we do with the x if it's on the bottom? Yeah, move it to the other side first. And then you could divide. We all good on that one? That's it?
Yes. Like that. What's that?
Huh?
About, yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm needed the entire unit just to figure out the school values.
Yeah.
And a review factor.
Yeah.
And we just threw a full-
Would this one have an excluded value? Why?
Yeah, 0.
0.
Gotta know.
X can't equal 0. Why do we care about excluded values for,
Extraneous.
to make sure it's not an extraneous solution, right? Is this an extraneous solution? No, then we're good. Okay, what about number 3? It's a little different. What would you do to solve that one? So we talked about 2 different ways to do this, right? What was one way?
Times x minus 4.
So we can multiply by x minus 4. What was, what? You can choose. You can either combine the
You could pull out the top right, or whatever.
If you want,
We
you can
won't need to
transfer.
do that because there's no x with them.
You can transfer one of the fractions over to be the other one.
Yeah, okay, so I've heard two different ways. We can get the common denominators so that we can clear the denominator, or get the fractions together first. So we do you guys liked getting the fractions together last time, so we're gonna do that one.
I did it so different. So it's 4.
What does it say, urgent or when it's
Yes,
regular?
Okay, so with the fractions together, I'm lazy and I know that they have a common denominator, so I just put it all over that. Yeah. Oh, because I subtracted it over to this side.
Wait, wouldn't it just be -4
No?
to the top?
Oh yeah, the top will be -4. Showing the steps first. So we treat it like a number, right? When we're getting x by itself and we're going across the equal sign, we have to change the sign. Right? Like over here, we subtracted 24. I'm subtracting the 12x. Or the 12 over x. Yes.
Well, isn't what A minus 12 is like combining?
Yes.
Oh,
It is. Mhm.
Did everyone hear that?
So when we're left with this, it looks like this over here, right? So what should we do? Multiply the x minus 4 to clear it from that denominator and bring it over here. You guys see that? Now there were also two different ways that you could do this. Right? So you could either distribute, right? Or no, I'm just still going. But now there's two methods to solve this right here. You can either distribute or there's no sound, that's fair. So,
I'm not sure what happened there. We'll figure it out.
anyone know? Hayden, do you remember what were the two methods to solve from here? Okay, so you could distribute as one. What was the other one? Okay, so we can look at this outside number right here.
Oh,
If it goes evenly into the 4, you can just divide.
you divide it by 2 on the divide by
Yeah,
2.
so since this is multiplying, I can divide by -2. And I have 2 equals x minus 4. It gives me smaller numbers to work with, so I like to.
On both sides, so x
Okay, any questions on this? What are my excluded values? So then we're good. All right, let's move on. There's a lot to go over today. How do you guys feel with factoring?
Pretty good.
I feel like we've been practicing factoring so much, right? You guys are doing really well. So let's just go over one from each of these to make sure that we're good, okay? What do we do for the top numbers? Well, what's the first step when we factor? GCF. Yes. So this GCF is x. Good. What's the GCF of b?
5x2.
5x squared. Good.
Yeah.
If I'm pulling up the 5x squared right here, does it just disappear? Oh, exactly. It's -1. And then what was this? What is the g squared of this? Not 12. 6 x. Yes, our variables can be a part of our GCF. And the answer is good. Okay. Did I do that wrong?
No.
We'll just do 1 from D, E, and F. You guys are pretty solid on this. What are the, okay, what do we do? Factoring is we always do the greatest common factor. If there is no greatest common factor, then we go the box. Yes. The puzzle, whatever method you want to use. What two numbers multiply to -30 and add to 7? Is it 3 and -10?
3 and a -3.
10 and -3. Since they don't have a coefficient, you can put those right into the parentheses, right? Or the leading coefficient is 1. Okay. What about with G? We're doing G. I'm going to skip E and F because you guys are solid on this. Yeah, what adds to -7 multiplies to -60.
-92.
-12 and 5. Now, can we put that one straight into parentheses? No. Good. Remember, this bottom box is the C, not the A times C. It's just the C. So what'd you get? Awesome. So the last one from these sets is I that I want to go over. That one tricks a lot of people because it doesn't have 3 terms, right? What was that? Not the square root. Oh, what do you mean by over 0? Are you talking about in your puzzle?
There's nothing. There was no N.
Well, that's.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's not 1. You were right. There's no x, so it's 0. So then your puzzle is what adds to 0 multiplies to -36. -6 and 6. Just because I'm curious, does anyone know what that's called? I will get a Smarties. Whoever can tell me. What? No. What this is called.
At least.
Oh, it's a.
It is a binomial. I'll give you that.
Have a Smartie.
Yeah. Getting closer.
What?
They are perfect, they are squares. What are you doing to the squares?
Multiplying
What's right in between them? What are you doing to that? What's No, we didn't square root it.
Hey, you over it.
What is that?
It's your-
Subtract. What's another word for subtraction?
minus.
What's another one?
Negative.
Difference. Okay, so we've got two words, difference and squares. Does that bring anything? Huh? Yeah, the difference of squares. So the difference of squares is you just take the square root of each of these and you do minus and plus, right? What's the square root of x squared? Are you just moving to see better? Yeah. So you take the square root of x squared, which is x, right? And then you take the square root of 36, is 6. So then you do x minus 6, x plus 6. So that's a trick you can learn, but if you don't remember that, use the box method, use the puzzle, okay? Where your x is 0.
Oh, just square root. Okay.
X minus 6, x plus 6. That's just the trick you can use. Okay, with your neighbors or your tables, half of you do side A. I feel like, okay, this is kind of funny. I've said this this is the 4th time doing something like this. And everyone does all 4, or they do like, somebody does A and B. It's fine. But one of you guys do side A, one of you guys do side B. And then talk to your neighbor and see, match your answers.
It was literally nothing.
I knew you
There's not.
You solved the hard boiled. Wait for wrestling or something?
Yeah.
It's always wrestling,
I'm
right?
down.
Always wrestling.
I'm down 10 pounds from Wednesday.
Okay, but that's not how, like, it's always wrestling legs. Oh, yeah, I was wrestling tracks with the sauna, you know,
Yeah.
my weights were like.
I went and yeah, I went and sat in my bathroom and turned it into a sauna yesterday. You walk through it with towels.
Maybe you have to make weight.
And
Well, and then you fall over to the food, is that what it is?
yeah, but I'm trying to like keep my weight down so I don't have
I need the.
Maybe we still have 5 minutes.
yeah.
2.
Well,
And
but
the
it's
hard is bad on his body and going the stuff.
That's illegal. We're not allowed to do
That's
that.
illegal. He knows.
I mean,
Who's gonna start?
we're not allowed to have sauna suits.
And I'm sorry.
Is there any finish?
Oh,
Okay.
Just compare with whoever did side A.
But you're doing both of them, both A's and both B's.
I don't
The
get.
second one is perfect.
We have to solve it. That's it. So it's fine.
No. It's also something. It's like.
You're frozen, right?
Yeah.
You gotta sit on the ceiling.
As you can see, through my first couple tries, I got like 2 out. And then, and then I went through, it was like, oh, she's amazing.
I am so gone.
And
Oh my goodness.
I figured out what I got wrong was the time. I figured out that about Okay, but look, so I think he's measuring.
I'm not gonna share it.
I think I did 3 over. So that's, and then on this one, so I did acceptable. Does that make sense? So it must have been how you typed it.
Like,
I just wanted you to see that I did acceptable. It's not like I care about one or the other. It's the same number. Does that make sense? It does. All right, thank you. Just want to double check that.
No,
like,
I'm glad you did.
It wasn't a confusing accuracy,
So
right?
9 times out of 10, it's my mistake. This time is the only time all year
All
so
right.
far it hasn't
All
been.
right, all right. Thank you. Sorry.
I had yet to have a canvas. quiz for this one.
Okay, how many are struggling with the last two? Let's be honest, I think it's like everyone. All right, let's go over those. I think you guys did these two okay. My first question. Okay, we're gonna come back up here because everyone's struggling with the last two. How many solutions are gonna be for each of these problems? Two, right?
You need to bring the number over. Hang on, wait, you need to bring the number over. I'm not sure.
Okay, back up here.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. For A, Edith, we're back up here. Thank you. For A, what answer did you get? 4 and what? Negative 4. I thought you said negative 1. I was like, okay. What about B? Same thing. So we have to remember when we square root something, it has 2 answers, positive and a negative. Thumbs up if you're with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the last 2. What was the first step you took?
Bring the 40 over.
We're gonna work on A.
Bring the negative 60 over.
Yep, bring the negative 60 over. Add it to the other side.
And you box it.
Then you can box it,
Or take out the. Factor.
but we want to take the greatest common factor out first. Good. Which was 3.
Yeah, but that's the worst case
Now we can box it. What adds to negative 9 and multiplies. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what question do you have? Are we good? Okay. Now, since we took out the 3, this doesn't have a coefficient in front of the leading term. So x minus 4, x minus 5 equals 0. Am I done? No, because what are we looking for? The solutions. How do I find the solutions? That is an excellent question. Somebody that has done it, raise your hand. How do you find the solutions? Yes. Oh, sorry, we're still on A. How do we find the solutions from this? Yeah.
So set x, so x minus 4 equals 0.
Yeah.
So
Set the parentheses equal to 0.
You're a product property, Nathan. Yes.
This has 2 solutions. Oh, because the degree is 2. Oh, sorry.
That's it? Well, what about
What about the 3? What about the 3? If I put something in for the x's, is it going to affect the 3? Is there an x by the 3?
No.
No. Okay, we've got to, okay, let's look at this. Why are we solving by setting each of these parentheses equal to 0?
Because there's
Yeah, the x equals something, so we need to figure out, if I put in an x, what is going to make it equal 0? So if we put 4 in here, then we get 3 times 0 times -1. Anything multiplied by 0 equals 0. Put the 5 in here. 5 minus 5 is 0. So 3 times 1 times 0 equals 0. So there's nothing we could do to the 3 to change it, right? Because there's no x. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, are we good on solving these? So far, it seems like you're really good. Okay. Let's move on to the next page. Now, this is a refresher from last time, right? What is the first thing you want to do? Make the denominators the same. How can we get from x minus 3 and x plus 3 and x squared minus 9? How do we get those the same? Okay, so does it have a GCF? No, but that's right. The first thing you look for are your GCFs, and then, yes, factor.
nailed it.
No, just kidding. Yes. What are the factors of x squared minus 9? Yeah, because it's the difference of squares. Okay, that's cool. Now we can get the same denominator. Because what will our denominator be? Yes, x plus 3, x minus 3. So this side, you get the x plus 3 to both the top and the bottom. X minus 3 over here. So everything. I'm gonna squiggle that. That's not there. There's a fraction there and there. Okay. When we're bringing these down, what do I need to do? The tops? Yes. What's the word for that? Distribute. Yes. And then combine my terms. So 2x squared minus 0 or plus 0 because there's nothing there. 3x minus 3x equals 0. Okay, so why did we get the common denominator? We're working with rational equations. Why do we get that common denominator?
So we can times by the denominator on both sides and get rid of it.
Yes. So you can multiply everything by that denominator to clear it. Now those all cancel, no, reduce to 1.
Did you hear that?
And then you could just solve like normal. Just one. Root it, but this is gonna have two answers. What are the two answers? Plus m minus 1. Good. Now, what is another thing we need to look at? Excluded values. Trained. What are my excluded values? 3. Okay, so are we good? My answers are x equals 1 and -1. My excluded values are 3 and -3. Then I'm good, they're different. Okay. Yep, this is the factor form. Don't look at my notes. Okay, work on this problem together.
Alright, first is, no, when it's just down, the first is track and stuff, right? I'll show it to you, but I'll show it to you one tonight. So I feel bad, take blame. Or when you, on the first number, when you hold down, you have to check that the microphone is on. Or the screen grab.
It's on.
I think I did that for the Sec 2 class then too.
Well,
No, I
that one
didn't.
had no sound.
Oh, never mind, I reported it.
That one never did the button, we forgot to press to allow the Spanish translation.
Oh,
That's what it was, because for Natalie, right?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Let's do the back. Looking, or I'm getting to the point where I can't. Getting better at capturing? All right, now we need to. All right, we'll have on the first one, we need to give it an x plus 5.
We're just trying to change. What you did.
Now all of these are just one.
You don't have to distribute it out yet. Just making a factor. Got it.
Only multiply.
They're all similar. They're all form ones.
Now, I don't want to write this down. I'm assuming it's just going to go ahead and just assume that I got rid of it. Or just.
And then we'll combine my term. Yeah, this was.
I don't want to have to write it out. I don't want to write out those factors from the side. I can't write it out. Just gonna go ahead and put the answer here. Ooh, I know how to write it. Hang on. I'm gonna assume this entire thing. Why? now that they are, don't forget the equal sign, so now that they are, now that they are all the same denominator, we go ahead and multiply the denominator out. We have to put it all equal times x plus 5, x plus 4, and x minus 2. Then we get our regular equation. No, I don't think so. I think we just go back and
Yeah, because I. It's just.
That makes sense. Just to make sure.
Because you got back here, then I combine my zero on this side. And I put this in. Just started to begin at once.
I just remembered myself. So I didn't want to forget to tell you. I just remembered it's like the second.
I got 3x cubed. Hey, hang on, I think it must be
With Nancy?
Yeah, we're both dying. So go, yeah. Yeah, 5 minutes.
I just searched.
I think I better.
Seriously. Oh, it's like.
I have to multiply every single one.
Right, yeah.
Okay. All right, let's look at this real quick. For sake of time. What was the first step that you guys took on this problem?
Factor the denominators.
Yes. If you're still working on it, let's come up here. We're gonna work on it together. So we want the same denominators. Oh, yes. So we're going to factor them. What were the factors of x squared plus 2x minus 8?
X plus 4 and x minus 2.
Yeah, thank you. Somebody else, what was the factors of x squared plus 9x plus 20? 1, 5. X plus 4, x plus 5. And then somebody else, what were the denominators for the last one? X plus 5, x minus 2. So how many different factors are there? Too many. How many different factors are there? 3. 3. So that means all of these are missing a factor. So you just need to find their missing factor. First one is x plus 5. Second one is x plus 2. Third one is x plus 4. Now, if I don't rewrite this, but I just multiply everything by that denominator, those 3 terms, are you good that that's what's going to happen? I'm going to clear the denominators, right? Or do you want me to write that stuff? Okay, I got shook. Head's shook. Okay, so I'm going to multiply everything by x plus 5, x plus 4, x minus 2. I'm going to do the full parentheses. So I know that I cleared my denominators. Okay? So I just kind of skipped rewriting it. But if that's going to confuse you, write the steps. And then you distribute. And I know you all know how to do this. Combine like terms. Okay, is that thumbs up? Good. Or thumbs down? Cool.
Oh my gosh.
Too much, though.
It's okay.
Is this the whole?
No, this is still review. We gotta get
No,
to
it's
this.
just what's gonna be on the board.
No, this is what's gonna be on. Let's get through it. We know we need to look at our excluded values. Were any of our excluded values what our answer was?
X can be -4, -5, and 2.
Cool. And that's not -4 thirds, right? Okay, let's move on.
One of my daughter's new friends.
Okay, let's solve the first one. It's already set with what? It already has common denominators. So what should we do? Clear them.
Yeah.
Because that reduces to 1. Oh, hey, maybe this is why we did this in the beginning. Plus 20. Add the 20 to this side. Okay, what are my factors? 4 and 5. I've done that a lot. And then what are my solutions? Okay. Now, what are my excluded values? X can't equal -5. Wait, that's one of my solutions. Yes, can you say that louder? Oh, please. Yeah, it's an extraneous solution. That means that this is an extraneous solution. It means that we can solve it algebraically, but it can't be our answer. It can't be used. Why can't it? Why can't it be used? What happens if I use that -5? What is it? Not that. What would be 0 if I put in that -5? The denominator. And our denominator can't be 0. You can't divide by 0. Yes, so our answer is x equals -4. It is interesting. Thank you.
Basically, all the rules of math say you can't divide by 0. So anything that will get you that answer can't work. Ever.
Amen. Okay. So before I have you guys work on the rest of these problems, I wanted to bring up the Unit 4 extra credit remediation. So on Canvas, there's going to be a remediation. Yeah, you probably saw the remind text, right? If you go and you do that remediation on Canvas before the test, you'll get 15% extra credit back on your test. If you do it after the test, you'll only get up to 10%, which is still awesome. But do it before. You get 15% extra credit. You can retake it, right?
You can't retake it, but you can start and stop, because if I were you,
Oh, yeah.
I'd go and do you don't know the whole unit, we've only learned the first 2 days, right? So you can go and do the first couple questions and then come back to it. So it's like the extra credit remediation I offered after the Unit 2 test, like our big polynomials test, but we just decided to make it available earlier this time. If you do it before the test, then, and not before you take it, before the day the test is offered. So those of you who think you're sneaky and you're asking on purpose, that's not how it works. Okay?
Yeah. Also, it's been said that if you guys try the remediation before the test, it's going to help you on the test because there's extra test practice. Okay? Yeah, smart. All right. Start working on the last 3 and let me know if you have any questions.
All right. How about you?
I don't know, wait, what is that? Miss Summers, I got a question.
Oh, no, internet.
Although, the one thing that I always stumped by is
So
when
basically.
is when the factor is the number itself category. That I always forget that is a possibility. I always forget that, and so miss it every time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, you see that. This one doesn't have it.
Because if one of them is 0,
Everyone has.
that's not going to be true. This equals 2. If this doesn't, I'm not going to do 2. Right? Does that make sense? So if I put -4 in that one with 2, but that one is just a random number. Property only works in excess of 0. Move it over. Which one do you have? Where are you writing? You just get 7?
Wait, hang on.
7.
Oh, this is already there.
Oh, okay. 40.
Oh, and that's going to use it.
X5 here, and you did X7.
It'll be 42.
42 then.
It's right here.
Oh, I know, but it's your math here. So you did that is plus 2, which is out of the box, right here, you had X plus 5 times, okay, so
Hang on.
Seven times 5.
Because we've got. Hang on, check.
8, 5.
Oh.
You know, I'll put it back. I'll put it back.
No, in fact,
It's not like.
or ask the
Or
teacher
answers-
and
answers are actually-
So, one.
and then check in your restrictions. Careful, remember restrictions.
You can't be five.
Oh, geez, I saw my head. Figure that out. So, yeah, you can, it has to be.
You can't move that over there. Oh, okay. Negative. If you move that there, then negative x.
These two denominators. This one. Is denominator right now.
Right?
That's.
And then add the 2, and then that doesn't equal 0.
So basically,
Make sense?
so 1 times x plus 7. Yeah. Right. This is.
Oh. Row.
All right. To get the same, we have to do x times 7. So that 1 second. No. So, and then,
But you have to do it on the denominator too.
yeah, the denominator is there.
Yeah, but for the 1, it has to be x plus 7 times over x plus 7 here.
Oh, so that's, so it would be, x plus 7 over x plus 7. Oh my gosh. Real quick. So if we do this to the 1, will this do anything at all? Do we need to get an x plus 5 over there? Oh, that's more math.
Okay.
So I would need to multiply this by x plus 5.
She did, yeah. At 1 plus 1 over x plus 5. So they will say oh, sides of
And then the end. Oh my.
I think we're trying to use things also, because we get to multiply by this. So this
So it's
is
just gonna cancel out.
oh wait. When you get so that's what happens to the 1. Right? Always multiply. This is
So, yeah, so in the end, we decided.
that makes sense. Times them out and then find your left hand.
So in the end, if we go back to the tribute, when you multiply everything by the denominator, it's gonna keep that.
Did Isaac tell the lie to me?
So.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You can't get one by me, did
You're right.
Yeah.
Alright, I just wanted to ask if it wasn't there at all, but now it's just becoming confusing. Alright.
But at least you're solid on like 90% of the steps, right?
Yeah, you did everything right, so it's very light step. When you spell quadratics,
We don't move things over there to divide by X, no, we move the two over there to make one side equal 0, and then factor it.
And then.
No, quadratic is it, that's right, and that's the right, X squared plus 13X plus 40 minus 2 over equals 0, it's right, you just have to factor that now. You're right
Hang
there,
on one
you just,
second, I'm gonna.
like so much
just real quick
algebra,
try to
and then
catch
you
up
went
with
to our like